Hey guys, today is 30 of shadowing technique, and the episode today is stop caring what people think. So let's get started.
Hi,
Hi,
Jenny.
I'm Jenny.
Right now, I'm sitting
I'm
at my
sitting
desk
at my
with a
desk
soft
with
light
a
on.
soft light
The window
on.
slightly
The
open.
window slightly open.
There's a gentle
There's
breeze.
a gentle breeze.
And everything
And
feels
everything
a little
feels
slower
slower
than usual. Maybe you're out
Maybe
for a
you're
walk,
out for a
resting
walk,
in bed,
resting in
or
bed,
just letting the
or
day
just
settle while
letting the
listening
day
with a warm
settle,
drink in resting in bed, or just
or
letting
just
the
letting
day settle while listening with a
listening
warm drink
with
in
warm
hand.
drink in hand.
Wherever you are, I'm really glad we can share this quiet moment together. Before we begin, just a soft reminder. If this space brings you calm, clarity, or a bit of comfort, take a moment to like this episode and subscribe. Only if it feels right for you. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one thing you're gently learning to let go of these days? Let's begin. Have you ever held back the truth? Or stayed quiet in a room just because you were worried
what people may think?
It's strange how that fear shows up so quietly. You don't even notice it at first. Just a small pause. A second guess. A change in tone. Maybe you wanted to say something real. A second guess. A change in tone. Maybe you wanted to say something real. Second guess. A change in tone. Maybe you wanted to say something real. But instead, you made it softer, safer. Maybe you wanted to try something bold. But your mind whispered, what if they laugh? What if they don't like it? This happens to almost everyone. And what makes it even heavier is that we rarely talk about it. Because admitting we care too much about other people's opinions, it feels like weakness. It feels like saying, I'm not strong enough to be myself. But here's something you might need to hear today. Caring what people think doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you're human. We've all been shaped by the need to fit in. By family, by culture. Somewhere along the way, we started believing that our value depends on how others see us. And so we try to manage their gaze. We smile when we don't feel like it. We post what we think will get likes. Post what shrink in spaces where we should take up room. It's exhausting. We shrink in spaces where we should take up room. It's exhausting. We shrink in spaces where we should take up room. It's exhausting. And the saddest part? Most of the time, we're adjusting ourselves for people who aren't even paying that much attention. Most of the time, we're adjusting ourselves for people who aren't even paying that much attention. They're busy in their own minds. Their judgments, they exist at all, are fleeting. And yet, we carry them like bricks in a backpack we never chose. So I want to ask you something gently. Whose opinion are you afraid of right now? Can you name it? Is it one person? A group? A memory? Because naming it, even just quietly in your own heart, is how the healing begins. I used to be terrified of being misunderstood. Even now, there are moments when I hesitate before sharing something real. But the more I practice honesty, not loud honesty, just quiet truth. The more I realize this. Peace doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being free. And freedom starts when you no longer carry every stranger's opinion in your back. Maybe you've been bending yourself for too long.
Even you've been bending yourself for too long.
Maybe you've forgotten what your own voice sounds like when it's not trying to impress anyone. Take a deep breath. You don't have to earn anyone's approval to be worthy. You don't have to be perfect to be enough. Let's sit with that for a moment. And when you're ready, we'll continue this journey. One soft truth at a time. You don't have to impress everyone. You weren't born for that job. And trying to do it
you're trying to do this
is a recipe for burnout. It's one of the quietest ways we lose ourselves. The need to be liked, to be seen as agreeable, talented, pretty, successful, funny, whatever role fits the room we're in. And at first it feels small. Like picking an outfit, not because you love it, but because you think they'll like it. Or laughing a little louder, even when the joke wasn't that funny. Or pretending you're okay when you're not. Just to keep the peace. But over time, these tiny shifts pile up. And slowly, something starts to fade. Shifts pile up. And slowly, something sacred starts to fade. You're up. And slowly, something sacred starts to fade. Your authenticity. We think approval means safety. That if people like us, we won't be judged, left out, or talked about. But here's a hard truth that brings surprising freedom. Even if you do everything right, some people still won't like you. And that's not your fault. It's just life. We all see the world through different filters, shaped by our own pain, belief, and expectation. You could be the kindest person in the room, and someone might still misunderstand you. You could be doing your best, and it still won't be enough for someone. So why spend your one precious life auditioning for people to be enough for someone? So why spend your one precious life auditioning for people who don't even know people? So why spend your one precious life auditioning for people who don't even know the real you? You're not a performer. You're a whole person, growing, stumbling, and learning. And you deserve relationships that let you breathe, not ones that constantly make you prove your worth. Maybe no one ever told you this clearly. So let me do it now. You are not responsible for everyone's opinions. Your job is not to manage how they feel about you. Your job is to stay true to what feels right, honest, and good. Even if it's quieter than the crowd wants. Let me give you a simple image. Imagine you're holding a glass jar once. Let me give you a simple image. Imagine you're holding a glass jar, and inside that jar are tiny slips of paper, each one a person's opinion. Some are kind, some are harsh. Some contradict each other completely. Some are harsh. Some contradict each other completely. Now imagine you're trying to walk through your day, holding this jar out in front of you, letting it guide your every move. It's heavy, distracting. Letting it guide your every move. It's heavy, distracting, confusing. But what if you just set it down? What if instead of carrying that jar, you carried your own compass? Not because you don't care about people, but because you care too much about living honestly to keep performing. Some people will like the real you, some won't. But the ones who stay, they'll be staying for you, not the mask. That's the kind of connection that actually lasts. You weren't born to please everyone. You were born to live fully. Living fully often means making choices that you were born to live fully. Living fully often means making choices that not everyone understands. So if you're walking a new path right now, if you're doing something that makes others raise an eyebrow, walking a new path right now, if you're doing something that makes others raise an eyebrow, or if you're growing in a direction they didn't expect, that's okay. Don't shrink to make them comfortable. Don't hold back your joy just because someone else isn't clapping yet. Keep going. Keep going. Let your peace be louder than their opinions. Let your truth be stronger than your fear. Your truth be stronger than their opinions. Let your truth be stronger than your fear. You're not here to impress. You're here to be free. There's something quietly painful about letting someone else decide how we feel about ourselves. And yet, we've all done it. Maybe more often than we realize. Sometimes it starts early. A parent's comment that still echoes in your head. A teacher who's early. A parent's comment that still echoes in your head. A teacher who
A
compared you
teacher
to
who
someone else.
compared you
A
to
friend
other
who
people.
disappeared when you
A
started
friend
changing.
who disappeared when you
And suddenly someone else. A friend who disappeared when you started changing. And suddenly, your worth feels like something earned, not something you simply have. That's how we begin to question. Am I good enough?
Am I good
Am
enough?
I doing it right?
Am I doing it right?
Will they still like
Will
me
they
if I
still
say
like
this?
me if I say this?
Or
stop doing that?
Or show up as I really am. Let me tell you a quick story. Years ago, I worked in a place where I felt small every day. Not because anyone said anything cruel out loud, but because I could feel it. The disapproval in the silence, the side glances in meetings, the way my ideas were heard, but rarely held. At first, I tried harder, smiled more, softened my opinions, stayed late, showed up early, went the extra mile, all in hopes that maybe, finally, I'd be seen differently. But no matter what I did, it was never enough. Not for them, at least. And one day, after another exhausting week of pretending, I sat in my car and just cried. Not because I was weak, but because I had given away my power, piece by piece, to people who didn't even know me. That was the day I started asking myself something simple but life-changing. What if I stopped trying to be enough for them? Just started being enough for me. Not perfect, not polished, just enough. Here's the thing. No one teaches you in school. Your worth isn't measured by how productive you are. It's not based on how many people approve of your choices. It doesn't change when someone leaves. And it doesn't grow when someone finally compliments you. Your worth is something you wake up with. It's woven into you. It was there before the job, before the relationship, before the praise. And it will be there after too. Before the relationship, before the praise. And it will be there after too. But we forget that. Especially when we keep handing our worth over to people like it's negotiable. As if someone else's opinion, handing our worth over to people like it's negotiable. As if someone else's opinion can rewrite the truth of who we are. Let me be clear. No one gets to tell you how valuable you are. Not your boss. Not your ex. Not the person who unfollowed you. Or the one who made you feel too much or not enough. No one. So if someone ever made you feel small, remember this. That says more about their limitations than yours. Some people can't hold your light because they're afraid of their limitations than yours. Some people can't hold your light because they're afraid of their own shadows. That's not your burden to carry. Instead, protect your peace. Trust your voice. And if you ever doubt your work again, take a deep breath and gently remind yourself, I don't have to prove anything. I'm already enough. And if you need to say that out loud, do it. Say it in the mirror. When you're alone. Say it when you're alone. Let it become your quiet anthem. Because every time you remember your worth, you become a little more free. Real freedom begins when you stop looking to permission to just be yourself. You don't have to convince anyone. You just have to come home to be true. You are already enough. One of the most powerful shifts in life is realizing this. People aren't thinking about you as much as you think they are. That sounds harsh at first. Maybe even disappointing. But actually, it's freeing. Let's be honest. We all walk through life with our own inner stage. We imagine others watching, noticing, judging. Did they think I sounded awkward? Did I look okay? Should I have said that? It's like there's a spotlight on us. Even when we're just ordering coffee or walking into a room, there's a spotlight on us. Even when we're just ordering coffee or walking into a room. But here's the quiet truth. Most people are too caught up in their own thoughts to analyze yours. Here's the quiet truth. Most people are too caught up in their own thoughts to analyze yours. They're worried about their to-do list, or what they just said, or how they were perceived. We're all living in our own stories.
story.
And we rarely pause long enough to fully enter. We're all living in our own stories. Rarely pause long enough to fully enter someone else's. It's a little funny when you think about it. You might spend hours replaying a moment in your head, and one awkward sentence, that nervous laugh, that time you tripped on the stairs. Meanwhile, everyone else moved on within seconds. They didn't see it the way you did. They didn't hold on to it. And if they noticed at all, it probably didn't mean what you thought it did. The truth is, we overestimate how much people care about our mistakes, our discomfort, our appearance. We think we're being watched under a microscope, when really, most people are just glancing from their own windows. This isn't to say people don't notice you. They do. But what they remember isn't the flaw you obsessed over. It's the feeling you left them with. The way you made them feel seen, or heard, or safe. And often those moments come when you're not even trying, not performing, just being. There's something magnetic about someone who doesn't need to prove themselves. Someone who can laugh at their own mistake and keep walking. Someone who doesn't feel every silence with noise. That kind of presence, gentle, grounded, unfazed, leaves a deeper impression than any attempt at perfection ever could. So if you've been hiding a part of yourself, waiting until you're more polished, more practiced, more ready, maybe it's time to ask. Ready for what? Ready to be judged? Or ready to live? Because living isn't about constant self-editing. It's about showing up. Real, imperfect, still growing. And the irony? When you stop trying to control what others think of you, they often respect you more. Not because you're chasing their approval, but because you're no longer held hostage by it. You show them, without saying a word, that your peace is not up for discussion. That you're rooted in something deeper than likes, comments, or applause. So the next time you feel that wave of self-consciousness rising, try this simple thought. They're not thinking about me as much as I think they are. And even if they are, it doesn't have to change who I am. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself be. Let yourself be. Not to impress. Not to convince. Just to live. With softness. With presence. With ease. You're not on trial. You're on your way. At some point, you have to choose. Not all at once, and not with dramatic declarations, but in the quiet, daily moments of your life, you have to decide, will I keep bending to fit, or will I finally stand as I am? Because here's the truth that might feel both scary and beautiful. Authenticity will cost you something. Free and beautiful. Authenticity will cost you something. But in the end, it's never as expensive as pretending. Yes, you might lose a few people. Yes, some won't understand the softer boundaries, the slower pace, the quieter confidence. But what you gain is far more powerful. You gain yourself, your real voice, your real peace, your real relationships. The ones that don't require you to hide or perform. You begin to attract what aligns, and slowly, what doesn't begins to fall away. And it feels strange at first. Empty, even like a garden that's just been cleared. But emptiness isn't always a loss. Sometimes it's the beginning of space. Space to plant something real. You don't need to be louder, funnier, thinner, smarter, or more successful. You don't need to be louder, funnier, thinner, smarter, or more successful to earn your place in this world. You just need to be honest. And honest doesn't mean sharing everything. It just means not faking the parts that matter. So if today you feel unsure, or lost, or like you've been living in someone else's idea of who you should be, come home. Quietly, gently. Come back to your values, to your simple joys, to your way of speaking, dressing, thinking, resting. Come back to your rhythm. Maybe you like slow mornings. Maybe you don't enjoy parties. Maybe you love big dreams but want a quiet life. That's okay. That's more than okay. That's you. Not everyone will understand your path because it's not theirs. But you're not here to walk theirs. You're here to walk yours. With clarity. With courage. With your head held gently high. Every time you choose your truth over their approval, you get a little stronger, a little softer, a little more free, and eventually you'll look back and realize you weren't too sensitive. You weren't too weird. You weren't too quiet or too much. You were just becoming yourself. And maybe that's the real goal. Not to be the most liked.
Not to be the most liked.
But the most real. Not to win applause. But to live with peace. Not to impress. But to connect. Because people forget performances. But they remember presence. So keep going. In your own way. At your own pace. Be gentle with yourself. Be honest. Be brave enough to stop editing your soul just to fit a version of life that was never meant for you. You made it through this whole episode. Not just listening, but reflecting, being yourself. And maybe that's the real freedom. Not needing everyone to agree with you. Not needing every room to understand you. But feeling steady inside anyway. If this episode brought you calm, clarity, or courage, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comment. And if someone you know has been bending too much just to be liked, maybe forward this to them. A quiet nudge that says, you're allowed to be you.